What's up, NBA fam? Buckle up, because this offseason has been a wild ride. We've seen teams make bold moves, shaking up the entire landscape of the league. But with the dust settling, the question remains, who are the real winners and losers in this free agency frenzy? Let's talk about the elephant in the room first, the champion Boston Celtics. They've locked down their young core, giving Jayson Tatum the biggest contract in NBA history and extending Derrick White. With the new apron rules making it harder to build a super team, it feels like Boston might be on the cusp of a dynasty. Other teams are definitely taking notice and scrambling to find ways to counter their dominance. Now, let's dive into some of the biggest trades of the summer and analyze their potential impact. Did these moves solidify contenders, propel dark horses into the title picture, or were they risky bets that might backfire? First off, we've got the Dallas Mavericks getting Klay Thompson. Now, the pros here are that there is undeniable championship pedigree. We all remember Game 6 Klay, and even after a less than stellar final season with the Warriors, Thompson remains a potent scoring threat from beyond the arc. He still averaged a respectable 38.7% from 3 on a high volume of attempts last year, 9 per game. Shooters of his caliber are a rare breed, and his spacing will create opportunities for Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving to work their magic. There are some downsides though, like his declining defense. Klay just isn't the lockdown defender he once was. His lateral movement isn't what it used to be. This will undoubtedly weaken the Mavericks' defense, especially compared to the defensive presence they lose in Derrick Jones Jr. Additionally, guarding big or small forwards, a role he'll likely see often, could be a challenge. Questions also linger about his shot selection, which was horrendous at times with the Warriors last year. Overall grade here, B+. Next up, we have the Philadelphia 76ers getting Paul George. The good here is that he is unquestionably a well-rounded talent, even though he doesn't quite match his peak OKC form. PG-13 brings a potent combination of scoring, shooting, and defensive versatility. He can even orchestrate the offense when Embiid and Maxey are sidelined. The Sixers desperately needed more firepower on the wing, and George's skill set has the potential to unlock even greater offensive potential in both Maxey and Embiid. It ain't all peachy here though. He's got an injury history, and playoff struggles are a major concern here. We all know about the nickname Playoff P, and adding another player with a questionable postseason track record alongside Embiid might not be the most ideal recipe for success. Furthermore, his hefty contract for a 34-year-old player is a significant financial commitment. Overall, we're looking at a B grade. Third up, we have New York Knicks getting Mikal Bridges. The benefits here are clear. It is a perfect fit for Tibbs' system. Mikal Bridges is an excellent defender, a solid shooter, and a decent playmaker. He hasn't missed a single game since entering the league. With the Knicks' injury history, that's something worth noting. Alongside OG Anunoby, he'll be a huge help for the Knicks in containing the likes of Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Additionally, they got the last member of that Villanova squad. This reunion goes beyond just familiarity. All 4 of these players, Bridges, Brunson, Hart, and DiVincenzo, were instrumental in Villanova's national championship run. Talk about a championship pedigree. However, we are looking at an expensive contract. The Knicks had to give up a whopping 5 first-round picks in a 7-year span to acquire Bridges. This is a clear sign that the Knicks are in win-now mode, but for a player who's never even been an All-Star. They also had to part ways with Bogdan Bogdanovic, a solid player, even though he wasn't getting a ton of minutes in New York. Overall, I'd give New York taking Mikal a B+. Let's move over to OKC Thunder getting Alex Caruso and Isaiah Hartenstein. This twofer has some serious pros. Alex Caruso is an exceptional 3-and-D player and one of the best defensive guards in the league, earning a spot on the all-defensive second team last year. He's a team player who will seamlessly fit into OKC's offensive and defensive schemes. Regarding Hartenstein, he's another fantastic acquisition for the Thunder. They needed size, rebounding, and paint protection, and he delivers all 3 at a high level. He was ranked in the top 10 for defensive impact last season. While he might not perfectly fit OKC's 5-out offense, he compensates with excellent high-post passing, a reliable mid-range shot, and a soft touch around the rim. His pick-and-roll defense is decent enough to allow the Thunder to start him alongside Chet Holmgren against bigger teams. But for the downsides, well, it's tough finding cons for the Caruso trade. Essentially, they exchanged Giddey, who struggled with spacing issues and was benched in the Dallas series, for Caruso, who shot 41% from 3 last year and 38% for his career. On the defensive end, it's a complete turnaround. Giddey's defensive struggles are a thing of the past with Caruso, a proven all-defensive talent, now in the fold. One could argue that OKC overpaid for Hartenstein, but he was in high demand this summer and would have received similar offers elsewhere. The addition of these two players will inevitably alter OKC's rotation, but both Caruso and Hartenstein are team-oriented players who will integrate well. Overall, fantastic trade. I'm going to give this a grade of A. Moving on to Orlando Magic getting Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. This is looking advantageous because the Magic desperately needed help from beyond the arc, and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope brings exactly that. He's a proven three-point threat, boasting a career average of 37.8% and an impressive 40.6% mark last season. Beyond shooting, KCP brings invaluable leadership to a young team hungry for success. His championship rings from both the Lakers and Nuggets infuse the Magic with veteran presence and a winning mentality. Opponents shot a league-worst 40.6% when guarded closely by him last season, among players defending at least 500 shots. And he's a true 3-and-D guard. On the other hand, while KCP's shooting is a major upgrade, it's not a cure-all for the Magic's problems. The team still has significant weaknesses in playmaking, shot creation, and rim protection. Adding one sharpshooter won't solve all their offensive woes. The Magic invested quite heavily, signing him to a 3-year, $66 million contract. While his contributions are valuable, this is quite a hefty price tag for a 31-year-old player that only averaged 10.1 points last year. When we look at the good and the bad here, I'm going to give it an overall grade of B+. Finally, New Orleans Pelicans get Dejounte Murray. On the pros list, we've got Dejounte Murray being a good defender and a solid playmaker. He's also significantly improved his shooting 36.3% from 3 on 7 attempts per game, compared to his career average of 34.5% on 3.4 attempts. Murray will be a strong point of attack defender for the Pelicans. And that's where the good news ends. There are some serious concerns about his fit with the Pelicans squad. Zion Williamson, CJ McCollum, Brandon Ingram, and now Murray all thrive with the ball in their hands, and none of them is really a spot-up shooter. Ingram likes to run pick and rolls and shoot off the dribble mid-range shots, similar to McCollum and Murray. The issue is that there's only one ball on the floor, which could lead to conflicts in playstyle and ball distribution. Additionally, it appears that Ingram might not be part of the team's long-term plans, as the Pelicans have yet to offer him a max extension and have now traded for Murray. Overall, not looking too good. I'm going to give this one a C+. On a brighter note though, the upcoming season promises to be an exciting one, with young stars developing and teams vying for supremacy. The moves made this offseason will have a major impact on the championship race, and only time will tell who truly emerges as a winner or loser in this wild free agency frenzy. Did your favorite team's offseason moves make the cut? Let us know in the comments who you support and what moves you're most excited about. We'll be sure to take a closer look at them in a future video. If you liked the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe for more.